Here with more tonight, Broward Sheriff's Office Deputies Association President Jeff Bell. Jeff, what goes through your mind when you listen to this man who has now broken his silence and is defending himself?
It's shameful to listen to the words that he's speaking today. Deputy Peterson, in his 28 out of 32-year law enforcement career, spent that as a school resource deputy. And I think what he's forgotten is how to tell the truth as he's sitting there being a counselor inside of a school instead of a law enforcement officer. Because what he forgets is that facts have to match the story that's being told. And the story that Deputy Peterson is telling does not match the facts that we can clearly see through the dispatch call logs and through the video. Deputy Peterson was right there a minute after the shooting started and then continued to listen to those shots go on for another 5 minutes before he ever took action. And the first tactical bit of information that he put out on the radio was to tell deputies to stay away 500 feet, which is against all protocol in the sheriff's office. But that also paints a bigger picture of what's going on in the sheriff's office, that things need to be fixed from a much higher level. And the deputies that are working the ground are just following what they're being told to do from a higher level.
Yeah, I mean, it's infuriating. This is Andrew Pollack, who lost his daughter, Meadow. He was on with us on Friday night. Watch.
The one deputy that worked at the school didn't go in, so he hid behind the wall, and they thought that there still was an active shooter in there because he was still hiding behind the wall, the deputy that was at the building at the time. So, you know, the paramedics, they had their work cut out for them that day because the sheriff at the school didn't do his job.
Yeah, we were talking about the fact that the paramedics were also told they could not go into the building. And no doubt there were children who had been wounded at that point that really could have used that paramedic help. Who's been held accountable in the sheriff's office so far, and in what way?
Well, Martha, that's what I was trying to say before about the bigger problem here at the sheriff's office, is that nobody has been held accountable. You have the district captain of Parkland, Jan Jordan, who took 11 minutes to get to that scene and had no ability to take a command presence at that crime scene and actually get the resources inside that were needed. Fire Chief McDowley out of Coral Springs went on the record and stated 6 times he asked Captain Jordan for permission to get fire rescue units and law enforcement units into that school as rescue task force units, as we're trained to do, to help save people and save lives. And 6 times he was denied to allow those rescue task force to get inside. So it shows the incompetence of the district captain, and those people are being placed in by the sheriff himself as political appointees and favoritism and cronyism.
Jeff, thank you. We're going to stay on this story. We're going to keep asking the questions until something happens. Thank you very much.